Hey, it's hockey day.
Hockey evening, actually.
Hockey evening,
yeah,
you're right.
Good evening.
Yeah.
And we're after 6 now. Almost 6:15, getting ready for game number 3 of the Oktoberfest tournament as the Junior Mavericks will take on the Flyers from Fremont.
Flyers sporting some new home colors this time too. Flyers wearing Kings theme in their whites. And OMA Mavericks for the 3rd time in their 3rd game in their away dark jerseys with their new cursive Omaha.
Yeah, we haven't seen the white jerseys yet from the Junior Mavericks. They wore these black jerseys yesterday for both games. For those of you who didn't catch up on those, it's been hard to find out scores from this tournament. The Junior Mavericks losing 3-1 in the first game to Tri-City, and then coming up with a last-minute 4-3 victory over the Kansas City Ice Hawks in Game 2. So they come in 1-1, and did we determine that Fremont is 1-1 as well? Is that?
Are you guys 1-1?
Yeah,
same.
So 2 1-1 teams. Somebody will be hopefully 2-1 by the end of this. Hopefully it's those Junior Mavericks. Rosie looks like he's going to get the start in goal tonight. And it'll be interesting to see, Matt, from Game 1 to Game 3, what changes the coaches are able to implement here for these guys, and what changes the guys are able to implement, and just being able to, grow and play a little bit better together each game.
I was hoping our preseason friendly games would be the wake-up call for the boys, but it almost seemed like Friday was the wake-up call for the boys.
Yeah.
We got scored on pretty quickly in the first period of each of those games, and I think a traditional manner, the Mavericks have been kind of a slow starters, but we came back in fair fashion yesterday and pulled off a good victory, and I'm hoping to think that some of the coaching focused on coming out strong in the first period on the first puck drop.
Well, they played with the 2 friendlies that they played against the KC Scouts. There have been 4 games now, and the Junior Mavericks have not scored first. So I think your point is probably correct, that the coaches have said, let's get off to a good start. And a good start almost always involves that first goal.
Now the Mavericks do come back, and we've done our share of wins. And we have a tendency to battle out of the trenches just pretty fairly. But it's always easier to get on top and stay on top than it is to dig yourself out of a hole in any game.
Fremont, obviously the closest neighbor for the Junior Mavericks, and there are a number of players from this Fremont team who would have played in OHC and been part of the organization. So these guys, our guys, are going to know more than a few guys on the other team too. And I mean, let's face it, the youth hockey community in Nebraska is small enough that there's a lot of crossover and folks get to know each other pretty well, coaches and the players. Warm-up's obviously underway now.
It's always nice to see friendly faces at tournaments and on opponents. It honestly, I think, keeps things in check.
Yeah.
Mind the pun. You're less likely to take your opponent's head off when you've actually been a teammate of his before, and it's more of a friendly fire and good, fun competition level.
Well, this is kind of a different year, too. It'll be interesting to see how long this plays out, but in the past, Fremont has been a part of the OHC house season and has contributed teams. This year, that's not the case, based on numbers as we understand it. So there is no crossover this year other than in these travel tournaments. This game comes on the heels of a Nebraska club hockey team game. The Huskers beating the Vikings of Augustana earlier today 7-2. This is their home rink. Obviously, you can tell from the big N at center ice and the paint scheme. It's a beautiful rink and a great facility for a club team. Sometimes those club teams can play in some pretty shabby rinks, but this is a beautiful rink, very well kept, and certainly a nice place to be a fan as well. A good seating area, and you're right up on the action. as we will be here tonight bringing you this game. After the results today, we'll know exactly which game the Junior Mavericks will be playing in. Actually, not after this game, but at the conclusion of play today. There's a 9:15 game that still has to be played tonight. I'm glad I'm not part of that one. Allers T squared, Tatum Trujillo and Taz will get it started. On the blue line, it's George Nandor and Will Fleming, and we're underway with Fremont controlling. The angle pass up the wall misfires. Stuffed along by Nandor, looking for Trujillo. Three aside, they battle for it. Still bouncing puck. This one finally chopped out. Taz has it, and he'll bring it in. Here's Taz moving in, dumps it to the end wall. T squared after it, so too is Allers. He forces it free, but Fremont able to get the puck back. They'll look up the near side. That play misfires. And Fleming will get it back at center ice. Fleming has it stolen away. Allers hustling back, so too Trujillo. As this one thrown in front. Good job by T squared to block down that centering feed. He dumps his man, and T squared will headman it on for Taz. Poked off his stick, and Fremont lets this one drift out to center ice. T squared, good poke check. He'll try to step away, but got stripped himself. And now he's a man alone as the Junior Mavericks change behind him. Here's Fleming now, sharp angle shot, blocked away. He'll get it again and play in deep as the shift change continues for the Junior Mavericks. Just underway, we played a little more than a minute. Here's Nandor keeping the clearing attempt, and that one knocked away. Sturba had his back though. Nandor, Sturba, he'll funnel one on goal. The big save and a rebound. Heater turns and fires, and that one also stopped with the Fremont goaltender. Flyers will play to the line, not out. Fleming kept this one. Long shift for Will Fleming to start. And the Mavericks continue to work it in down low. Here's the hero of last night's second game. Wyatt Tremaine couldn't connect on his pass. And Fleming will have to track it down back in the Junior Mavericks end. He and Nandor remain out there. Good outlet feed. Skipped off the stick of Sturba. Flyers have it back now. Pass at center ice. Good job by Fleming to step up, spike it away. Nandor will chase the dump in back into his own zone. They wave off the icing. George Nandor pursued by two, trying to muscle his way through traffic. He gets bottled up along the wall. This one helped on back. Drilled down the wall. Fleming's got this. He and Kai Pope do battle. Kai, one of those guys who played in OHC before joining Fremont. Here's a shot. Oh, and a 10-bell save there by Rosie. Flashed the glove to stop that chance in tight.
Holy moly, what a goalie. Rosie getting some chances to shut the door and see some action here. 9:43 left in the first period.
That was a long shift for Will Fleming and George Nandor. They were out there for 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Little more than is desired for anybody.
We do conditioning, but we haven't worked on that yet.
No. Good outlet pass there, and here comes Paxton Schneider. Schneider moving in, forced off. He'll throw it from a sharp angle, and that one shouldered aside by the goalie. Paxton still battling in there. Roman Stonebreaker in there as well. Stoney puts his man to the wall. It squirts up the boards. Pinches by Gas, but it gets by him. And so Wyatt Ike will chase this one back to the Maverick zone. Ike, good job trying to shed some checkers. Good outlet feed for Jacob Courtwright. He bounces one across, got deflected. Taken back by Fremont and brought in. Ike back to retrieve this yet again. Able to slip it through, and he'll carry it now himself. Wyatt Ike moving up. Again, his team changing behind him. Here comes Wyatt Ike, 1-on-4. Poke checked and the puck free. It comes up the wall. First man to it is Taz. Toward the cage, bouncing puck, and T-Squared just couldn't collect it in time. It was bouncing on him. Back to Bear at the left point. He'll fire one, and that one wide to the near side. T-Squared on it. T-Squared pestered. He'll turn, shoot, save made. Oh, and the rebound skipped by Taz. He was right where he needed to be, but could not get the handle on the puck. Bear lays it rink wide. Abram Keeney fires that one back in. Not a lot of stoppages in this game so far. Good crisp play as Fremont's got it, and they'll try to bring it out. Jack Davis hustling on the back check as this one gets dumped into the Mavericks bench.
There's a lucky fan.
And that will stop the clock. It did stop the clock finally. 7:56, our time to go here in the first period. We are scoreless at the Breslow Ice Center here in Lincoln. Game 3 of the Oktoberfest tournament for the Junior Mavericks. Allers out along with Sturba and Heater. Another face-off win by Fremont. Angled up the wall, Bear retakes, across. Teeny hustles this one up ice. Vinny tipped it. Couldn't find a friendly stick. Allers got a man bundled up there, but it's taken back by Fremont. Great back check by Sturba. Sturb's trying to march on, but he got stripped. Here's Allers trying to get some body position, but it's thrown in by Fremont. And Abram is back to get it. Teeny now holding off his man up the wall. Heater couldn't handle it. Bears back to retrieve the dump in. Around the kick plate it comes again. Vinny meets a pinching defenseman. Abram, a good job to put a shoulder into the attacking player and knock him down. Here's Bear, just able to get it out to center ice. Bear will rush it up. He's got Heater with him. He'll fire, and that one's shouldered away by the goaltender. Junior Mavericks still have it. It'll come on back to Bear. He'll fire, and that one gets the glass. Rebound, side of the net. Here's Heater trying to wrap around, and that one blocked away. Back to the point. This one alludes to reach of Bear. Fremont player goes sprinting by him. Fans asking for a call, and they won't get one as it's cleared by Allers back out to center ice. Sturba couldn't handle this. It's going to go for an icing and a face-off back in the Junior Mavs end. Well, the up-and-down action has been aplenty here, Matt, in the first almost half of this period. 6:32 our time to go.
Is that in your way?
Nope. Wyatt Tremaine on the face-off. Mavericks control it. And here's Schneider getting it out to center ice. Fremont takes back, rink-wide feed, misfires. Fleming steps up, rips one rink-wide. I think he was trying for Paxson. He zigged instead of zagged, and that one goes for an ice. And another defensive zone face-off upcoming for the Junior Mavericks. It's Tremaine, Schneider, Courtright, out along with Nandor and Fleming. Will Fleming, a pair of goals in yesterday's action. Little battle off the face-off. Fremont works it up high. Long-range wrister, big rebound in front. Oh, and Rosie flashed that right pad to deny the rebound chance. This one back out at center. Paxson's got it. He moves on with Tremaine. Tremaine got tied up in traffic. Courtright follows and tried to chip it through traffic, but that blocked away. And here comes Fremont back the other way. Fremont bringing it ahead. Nandor runs off his man. And Fleming able to take. Flubbed as he tried to clear it around the wall. And a battle again joined by Fremont back behind the net. Here's Fleming now skating up ice. Taz has it. They come across.
Shit.
And it looked like Fleming had held up, but they whistle it as offside.
I mean, shoot.
And that one stops the clock. Yet again with 5:32 to go here in the first period. We're looking for the opener, and both teams have had some good scoring chances. Stoney on the face-off, won by Fremont. Gas on the regroup effort now across Wyatt Ike. Good lead for Stoney. Stoney moving it in. He lost it. Taz the shot. Save made by the goaltender. This one dropped back off in the corner. There goes Taz. Good pinch by Ike moving in from the point. He got poke checked. T-squared. Good job to hustle and hold it, but his dump in got deflected into the Fremont bench. And that one once more will idle the clock now with 5:09 to go in the first period. And another quick shift change. Jack Davis out between Sturba and Heater. Gas and Ike remain on the blue line. Cleared just in. Fremont gave it up. Here's Jack Davis. Trying to flip it along. Couldn't. Gas holds from the point. Shoots. Blocked down. And quickly covered by the goaltender for a face-off.
This is one of those goaltenders for Fremont that we're real familiar with. Jake's played in a tournament as a teammate of his, and he does a tremendous job. Very agile, very focused, tender. We're going to have to make sure our shots are well focused to make sure they get past Q in the net for Fremont.
Quentin DeForest is his name. And he's a good one. Here comes Fremont now. Gas. Got his stick caught up in one of the Fremont players. Loose along the end wall, a battle. They get it in front. There's a one-timer. He's one of the smaller players out there, but number 88 for Fremont, Carlson, he's all over the place. Mavericks take over. Here's Sturba off of Ike. He'll hack it in. Puck rims around. Heater is going to be the F1 on this. Fremont, a good job to dig it off the wall. Taken back at center. Ike's got it, looking for some room. He's got two after him, and boy, did he get out of that straitjacket. Nice pass across. Here's Schneider now moving up. Paxton Schneider in. Deflected shot will rattle away to the corner. Wyatt Ike on it next, trying to dig it out of the corner. Help comes from Allers in there as well. Ike dropped. This one finally squirts out. Paxton's got it. Paxton Schneider will yank it back along. Ike, the defenseman, is down low. Couldn't hang on to that puck. Courtright is there, trying to pitchfork it along, but this one knocked out to center ice by Fremont. And Abram Keeney is back to collect with pressure coming. There's Courtright now. Just able to slide that one out to center. Foot race for the loose puck here along the wall. And Fremont will nudge it along. Stepping into it is Keeney. He overskated. Bear had his back, and this one cleared back into the Fremont end. Taz on his horse. Bang past him and Allers out to center ice. Fremont in the middle of a shift change. Big collision there. Guys get shaken up. Here's T-squared back on. T-squared yanks to the slot. Tipped along by Taz, but wide. Thrown back in front. Allers keeps it alive. T-squared a backhander, and the stick save made by the goaltender, and he hangs on. Good little flurry there by the Junior Mavericks. But it remains a 0-0 game with 3:05 to go here in the first period.
Nice pressure in the offensive zone, that attack. It all started out here. Ike with some good shake and bake to avoid two defenders and created a beautiful attack that created shot after shot.
Face-off win by Tremaine. T-squared's got it. Wanted to feed Bear. Bear gets it now. He'll shoot that one wide. Taz was stationed in front. And that's what you got to do against good goalies, is take their eyes away. Taz trying to hold, Tremaine trying to hold his ground. No sale there. Bear will play it back in. Mavericks need to get in on the attack as this puck rims around. First man on it is Wyatt Tremaine. He'll throw to the slot. This one bounces off of Taz. Here comes Fremont back up ice. Fremont bringing it in. Bear able to force him into a bad angle shot. Big rebound in front. And Bear will toss this one out to Taz at center ice. Taz moving up from the red. He needed a change, so he'll send it in. Tremaine and Trujillo go off as well as the Mavericks send five fresh players over the rail. Now with 2.25 minutes to go here in the first period. Coming back to retrieve. Long feed up ice. That one misfires for Heater. They wave off the icing though, and so play continues. Here's a steal. Sturba had a ricochet off his stick. He'll get it and throw it to the end wall. Denny Heater in there to apply some pressure. Stonebreaker as well. Stonebreaker trying to hold up his man. Force the puck free. Sturba able to keep it. Here's Sturba moving in for a shot, and that one deflected away to the corner. Big collision there, and a penalty coming up on the play as Sturba and the Fremont defenseman collided in an elbowing penalty. I believe is going to be given to Sturba, and the Junior Mavericks are going to be shorthanded for the first time tonight. .143 the time to go here in the first period. Indeed, it's going to be Sturba. So our first look at the penalty kill for the Junior Mavericks here in this game tonight. Stonebreaker, Tremaine, Keeney, and Bear will start this kill. Puck down. Fremont's done a good job of winning faceoffs. They win another one. Here's Bear applying the pressure. Centering feed. Good shot and a good pad save there by Rosie. This one worked to the line and just out. Stoney trying to recollect. Could not. Here comes Fremont back across. Man sent sprawling. The shot does come in slowly. Rosie able to make the save. And a cover up.
Rosie staying sharp here in this first period. Seeing some good attacking attempts there.
Yeah, he's made some good saves here in this first period. Another face-off win. Fremont will get it up high. Fan shot, and it comes right to Abram. Tremaine will send this one back to the Fremont end. Stonebreaker pursuing. Fremont's got it again. They've got 50 more seconds on the power play. We're down to a minute to go here in the first period. Flyers bringing it across. Centering feed. Well read by Stoney, and this one cleared out. Chop back up the wall. And Allers jumped early, and it's going to be too many men on the ice, I think, to the Mavericks. Nobody extra touched the puck, but when the puck comes right to the bench in the middle of a shift change, you got to really be careful.
2 men down.
So 2 men down. This is the first time this has happened this year. The Mavericks will be shorthanded 2 men for 37 seconds. Allers, Fleming, and Ike out on this penalty kill. No clear win on that face-off. Puck loose in the slot. Shot goes wide. Ike trying to settle a bouncing puck. It just won't sit down for him. Keeps his feet moving, though. Good job by Wyatt Ike. And rubs out his man in the corner. Wyatt Ike will toss it up the wall. Allers in to sweep it only to the blue line. Couldn't get it out. There's Fremont moving it back in. Good job by Fleming to disrupt things. Fremont now works from low to high. Here's Allers out, trying to block that shot. Fleming had it, go off his leg, couldn't find it right away. And here's Allers trying to highlight it along, and he'll pop it out and back into the Fremont end. The final 10 seconds winking away. They will call an icing on this one, but that allows the Junior Mavericks to get fresh penalty killers out there with just 4 seconds now to go here in the first. We've got 1 penalty killed, still 45 seconds remaining on that too many men on the ice penalty.
Big face-off win coming up here for the OMA Mavericks.
Yeah, it'll be Jack Davis. And Jack wins this one. Puck is laying there, and Bear able to get to that and clear it down as the horn sounds, ending the first 12 minutes of action. Well, a good first period. Both teams with lots of scoring opportunities. And goaltenders both having to make some good saves. And that's why we are still scoreless here in Lincoln.
We'll get you a shot of the crowd here. We can see this beautiful arena that we're working in tonight. That the boys are working in, actually. Hey, who's here to see hockey? Let's go, Mavericks! Nice Nebraska ice arena here.
As always, a good crowd on hand.
Woo! Hopefully you get a chance to see your family here. You didn't get to make it.
Expertly done. Hey, we want to remind folks, if you're listening and would like to sponsor this team, we have some sponsorship opportunities. You can reach out to our representatives in that regard, Jody Heater, Jesse Knorr. They are putting that together, and you can get yourself mentioned here on the broadcast on a game-by-game basis. We can even put your logo on there and some other opportunities as well, so please reach out. And we'd be happy to have you as a sponsor of the Junior Maverick Red Team this year. 35 to go here on the penalty kill. Keeney back to handle, looking for a lane to clear. He'll headman it on, and Vinny Heater carries it up shorthanded. He's got Jack Davis with him. They got stripped at the blue line. Here comes Fremont back the other way in the waning seconds of their power play. Blind backhand pass whiffed on, and Bear will waste no time clearing this one back to the Fremont end. Flyers with it. They get it to the line. Then it hopped over the stick of Jack, and Bear will take over on this one, put it off somebody, and back into the Fremont end. Final seconds tick off, and we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. On goal, and the save made. The puck comes loose, and There's Fremont. Oh, what a collision right there. And Abram Keeney is going to go, I believe. So the Junior Mavericks are going to go right back, shorthanded again. I think we got more than one penalty on that.
You're going to call that a major?
Well, let's see what they put up on the board. I thought the referee made signal for 2 penalties. He signaled the contact to the head. Yeah, we got 2 players in the box. Jake Courtwright's going to go in and serve the other half of this one. I don't know if that was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Saw the hands to the hips. So Abram may be in there for a while, and Jake is serving the minor that was given to him that may have been just a misconduct. So it's 5-on-4 for a minute and a half. Fremont another advantage here. Mavericks need to stop beating a path for the penalty box.
Yeah, definitely hurting our
It'll
momentum towards the goal.
It'll be Wyatt Tremaine, Paxton Schneider, along with Nandy and Will Fleming. The referee making sure that he gets these penalties properly relayed to the folks off ice.
0-0 score normally means good defense, good goaltending. There's been a lot of good attack, though, too. This has been an all-in-all well-balanced game. I don't think too carried away at any aspect of checking, but nonetheless, good competition.
Puck yanked across the slot. That one goes wide. Paxton will take this one. Kick down at the blue line. He got another chance to clear it and does just that. Comes Fremont back on. Given up to Tremaine. Weak backhand flip, but he's able to skate it out to center ice. Wyatt Tremaine brings it across the line. We'll send it rink wide for Paxton. Skipped over his stick, but Paxton just pushes this one farther. And Fremont will have to take it 200 feet. Good job by Paxton. Blocked down a pass and continuing to hawk the puck. 1-on-5. Great work by Paxton Schneider. Blue line stand there, and that forces the Flyers offside. Great job by the Junior Mavericks on that. And already nearly half of that penalty to Abram Keeney has been killed off. 10:23 to go, second period. Still looking for our first goal of the game.
Three defensemen comfortably back. Wyatt Tremaine did a great job of using his skates to stop that puck and create that offside and that rush into offensive territory.
Stoney out along with Heater, Bear, and Ike on this one. Here comes Fremont moving in. The puck lost, but back to the defense. Good job by Heater to get in the way and block away that shot. Stoney couldn't get to that loose puck as it rims around the kick plate to the near side. Jabbed along by Ike, and this one comes to Stoney, who's able to clear it out to center ice. Fremont back on it, and they'll bring it in. Good job by Heater to rub his man out. Puck loose. Heater's got it. Looking for an outlet. Can't find it. Shot from the point. Knocked down by Ike in front. He'll send it on up for Vinny Heater. Short-handed. We're down to the final 5 of the Mavericks penalty kill. Fremont with one last thrust. Now it's even strength. Long-range shot. Save made by Rosie. And he'll cover up that rebound for the whistle. And the clock continuing to move even though play has stopped. 9:24 to go now here in the second period. Lost about 4 seconds off the clock.
Clock coasting to a stop
Yeah.
here in the second.
Putting the brake nice and easy on that brake. You don't want to jam it. Allers, Taz, and T-Squared out there. Fremont the face-off win. Loose rolling puck taken over by T-Squared. He got hooked big time. And the first power play of the game for the Mavericks is coming up. And we'll see if they change the personnel. Looks like Jack's going to come out. And I believe they'll bring somebody off. T-Squared and Taz will come off. So we'll go with power play 2, which is Allers, Jack, Sturbs, Bear, and Fleming. Allers on the face-off win, cleanly back to Bear. He'll get it up high. Fleming, wrist shot. Oh, and that one blocked away in front. Might have hit one of the men down low. I think Jack was there. Here's Sturban, a collision in the corner. Fremont able to get it up the wall, and they come out shorthanded. Fleming, oh, good smear job applied there to free that puck up. It's loose behind, and Bear will track this one down. Bear with the puck, takes the bump, lost the puck, but it's grabbed back. And here's Jack Davis, long-range feed up for Sturbs. Sturbs around one man, he'll move in. Weak backhander is blocked away to the end wall. He'll knock it back up to Bear at the point. Bear shoots, and that one blocked away, again by the defending players. Fremont starts ahead, just able to get it out to center. Big collision right in front of the Junior Maverick bench. They get back on side as Fleming brings it across. Now for Bear. Bear moves in and thunders one just wide of the near post. Here's Heater on the rebound. Gets it down low. Holler stationed behind. He'll get it out high. Here's Bear. Zips one. That one wide of the cage. Final 20 seconds on this power play. Oh, gee whiz. Buried from behind was Will Fleming. And the play continues, and they score! It's Paxton Schneider with the goal off the post and in on the delayed call. I think folks were still stunned from that hit on Fleming, and everybody kind of froze. And Paxton, aware, kept his feet moving, and got off the backhander that makes it a 1-0 Junior Maverick lead.
Fleming stayed out there. I saw him go face first into the boards and his head jarred back. Luckily, he bounced up, but man, did that look like an ugly checking from behind hit. Woo. That's a major. Would there still be a penalty on that?
There still should be. It was a delayed penalty, and they already had one guy in the box, so that guy in the box should come out. The new penalty should start for Fremont.
Yep.
Yeah, there he goes.
Big hit from behind. That's what's dangerous about these first-year checking kids is they don't know how to safely use the contact that's allowed in the sport, and kids can end up getting hurt bad.
Well, and it's every situation is different. We're probably a little bit fortunate in that hit was on Will Fleming, who himself is a bigger kid. And
was that Paxton that scored?
Paxton Schneider, yep.
Paxton from Fleming?
No, well, Fleming had gotten buried, so I'm not sure. As we're talking through the scoring of this one, I don't know who got the puck to Paxton.
Unassisted. Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to.
No. But I guess the point that I was trying to make is, thankfully, Fleming is a bigger kid. You can see a hit like that on somebody like Taz or Will or Jacob, some of the smaller guys, that really could have been trouble because the kid who went off for Fremont, Bricks Abbott, he's a large kid.
Well, not only giving a hit, but taking a hit, right? The last thing you want to do right before you're 2 feet off the boards is turn and face the boards, where you can just get headlong directly head first into that board.
And Fleming, I think, was sort of in the middle of moving. Like he just kind of got caught in a bad spot. And, boy, a real tough hit on him. But fortunately, no lasting effects from that. He did bounce right back up. So he's a tough lad for sure.
Mavericks draw first blood. That's a tough one, right? Because that's almost a distracting goal for a distracting penalty or hit for the tender.
Yeah.
People are looking for the play to stop on the delayed penalty call there.
Right.
And that can throw a goalie off. Like you mentioned earlier, on these good solid goalies, you got to find a way to take away their eyes or take away their distraction so you can get puck past them, because when they're focused, there's no getting the puck past them.
Yeah. Well, and Paxton's goal too, off the post and in. So he was shooting for the edges, and he found it. Paxton remains out there. Heater and Wyatt Tremaine is going to take the face-off. They're backed up by Fleming and Stonebreaker. So 4 forwards and a defenseman out there on this PK. Here come the Mavericks. This one gathered in by Paxton. Heater with him. Paxton down the wall. Hanging on, trying to center it in front. His pass blocked away. Stoney's got it now in the corner. Laid up high. Here's Fleming with it now. Fleming to the wall. Tremaine fires. Big rebound. And this one cleared to the line, but not out. Good keep by Fleming. He'll wing one. Save made. And the puck covered up.
Fleming, good situational awareness. Just trickles one on the blue line and kept it in from going off sides.
Man. 55 still to go on the penalty of Fremont. 7:22 to go, second period. As you can see on your screens, 1-0, the Junior Mavericks with the advantage. Allers, Bear, Sturba, Ike, and Bear. Here's a shot from a sharp angle. Puck trickles back into the goaltender. He'll cover it up and hang on for another offensive zone draw for the Junior Mavericks.
Lots of crashers there pushing Jack Davis as
Geez.
he got hit from behind.
The goaltender's still down, too.
This
is not good.
there. This is a good kid that we do not want to see get injured. I think somebody got hit from behind and landed directly on him.
Well, yeah, I think it was one of his own guys. Like, our guys crashed the net and shoved some of their guys, and one of them fell on top of the goaltender. It's tough when you're the goaltender. You're down just trying to cover it up. You're relying on your defenseman to kind of protect you a little bit. And in that case, when you've got your own guys falling on you, he's obviously shaken up on the play. And this, gosh, I hate to see this.
Clearly unintentional, but yeah. I see comfort in seeing movement. Q's kicking his legs, and he's hurting in some manner. But I'd rather see him move than motionless when they're down on the ice like this.
Yeah.
So hopefully Q's okay. What was it? 2 seasons ago, Q broke his collarbone, and he's seen some rough play just playing in the crease, and he's a one hell of a goaltender. So kudos. I'm a big fan of this goaltender for the Fremont Flyers.
Well, and he's still pretty much stayed in the position that he was in when the play ended. There, Fremont's got its other goaltender limbering up now. It remains to be seen if Quentin DeForest, fine goaltender for Fremont, can continue playing, or whether he needs to. He's rolling over on his back now. Needs to be seen if he can continue on here. This is a bad turn of events in this game. Now he's helped up to his feet now. Really struggling, it seems. And it looks like for now he'll be spelled by the backup goaltender.
He'll head straight to the locker room, too. Hopefully he gets checked out and he's okay.
Well, the power play continues for the Junior Mavericks. They've still got 49 seconds of man advantage time. Allers, Sturba, Jack, along with Bear and Fleming. Loose puck off the face-off. Jack battling for it. Fremont will peel it away. And up ice they come. Good back check by Allers, forcing that puck free. Kicking it through center ice. Able to nudge it along for Jack. Good push for Sturba. Sturba down the wall now. Gets bumped. Puck comes free. Jack in to free it up with his own check. Allers couldn't walk out in front. Got poke checked. But he'll pursue it to the near wall. Got shouldered off. Bear on the pinch. The puck gets by him. Here comes Fremont up shorthanded with 15 to go in this power play for the Junior Mavericks. And a good play by Fleming to bang that one away.
Check by Fleming.
Fleming will race it himself. Calling for it. Sturba rink wide. He's got it now. Sturba across the line. Drop pass. Jack shot deflected away. And boards there is Sturba. Threw it in front. Good paddle down poke by the goaltender to knock it away. And now it's 5-on-5 as the penalty expires. Fleming guarding. Shot. Save made by Rosie. Rebound swept away by Fleming. Sturba couldn't find any room. Jack will try to zip this one up the wall. Good keep by the defenseman at the blue line, but Allers will get this one and pitchfork it back into the Fremont end. That'll go for an ice. And a face-off to come with 5:58 now to go here in the second period. A goal by Paxton Schneider has put the Junior Mavericks up 1-0 here in period 2. This is game 3 of the Oktoberfest tournament. Junior Mavericks 1-1. The Fremont Flyers are 1-1.
So we're even strength, but we still have 2 majors being served in the penalty box, one for each team.
Puck down, and this one will squirt out to center ice. Fremont first to it, played up the wall. T-Squared's got it, and he'll carry it himself. Trying to get around the defenseman. Threw it in front. Oh, Taz was there too, but just beyond his reach. And Fremont will get it back. Oh, lost right in front of the cage. Fremont gets it back. Pass up ice blocked away. Flyers will clear it out. Boston Gas right there looking for T-squared. That play misfires. Boston gets it again and just chucks it out to center ice. Here's Stoney now. Stoney couldn't step through. It's Gas now trying to navigate his way through. Instead, it's taken back. One-on-one play. This one lofted on goal and the save made by Rosie. T-squared up the wall. Taz had trouble with this. Pulled off the wall, back to the point. Shot, save made by Rosie. Rebound taken back by Stoney and played to the empty corner. Good job by Ike to poke check the puck away. Wyatt Ike then stepped into, trying to keep that puck moving, and does out to Taz at center. Taz, he had Stoney there, but couldn't get the puck through the defenseman. Puck left loose along the near side wall. Here's Stonebreaker trying to walk through. He gets dropped by a much bigger player. T-squared's got it. His pocket picked. It comes to Stoney instead. Stoney trying to hand it on back to Courtwright, who just come off the bench, but it eludes him and comes to center ice. Pivot move by Wyatt Ike. His pass blocked down. Gas calling for it. Instead, the puck comes up ice. Here's Wyatt Tremaine. Just lost it as he crossed the blue line. Fremont will dish it back in, and the Junior Mavericks forced to chase. 4 1/4 to go here in the second period. Outlet feed for Paxton Schneider. Paxton trying to he shrugs off the check. Courtwright going to the net. Paxton holds up, finds the late man Tremaine across. Oh, Jake was right there and just beyond the reach of his stick. Now here's a giveaway, and Fremont will come back the other way. Brought up ice, good back check there. Oh, and George Nandor rubbed out the attacking Fremont player. Then lost the puck. It's right at the side of the net, but it's taken back by the Junior Mavericks and angled out to center ice. Fremont will give chase along the near side wall. Junior Mavericks can't keep it. Fleming will back up and then hoist one. And play is stopped, and they're going to say that one was offside. Well, great chances at either end here, and the Junior Mavericks doing a great job of using their bodies to push Fremont to the outside and keep their goaltender pretty well insulated.
Kudos to Nandor on that hit. He caught up to him. He didn't hit him from behind. He caught up to him to where he was shoulder to shoulder before he bodied him to the boards. So a good, clean hit.
Allers, Heater, Sturba. Allers the face-off win. There's Abram Keeney. So Keeney's penalty apparently wasn't a misconduct that would have had him in the box for any longer than a couple of minors. Fremont with control. Bears going to elect a pinch, but it's pushed past him. Allers is going to race back to help out Keeney. So too is Heater. And this one chopped free. It's Vinny Heater able to take over. Heater bumped. He'll get the puck back and play it in. The Mavericks will play dump and chase. Here goes Sturba to it. Sturbs along the end wall for Allers. Allers trying to flip it in front. Oh, loose right there. It's back to Keeney. He'll fire. Oh, and a great glove save by the goaltender who hangs on.
Way to wind up a well-precision shot on goal by Keeney. In position, tight defense to pick up those loose rebounds. And it came through the slot right to him on the stick. And a good, solid wrister is what that called for in that moment.
Jack T-squared and Taz out along with Gas and Ike. 2:51 to go, second period. Junior Mavericks trying to build on their lead. It's the first time they've scored the first goal of the game. Here's one that loops in on goal. Loose in the crease. T-squared gets knocked down, and it's in! The puck is in. It was Jack Davis who was down in the crease, and somehow that puck able to trickle over the line. And the Junior Mavericks have doubled their lead. It is now 2-0. Well, a guy like Jack Davis, that's where he's going to make his money, right? Is right down there in the crease, banging away, taking away the eyes of the goaltender. And what a terrific job he did there. The referees are conferring, so we may have a reversal. The original call on the ice was a goal, and of course this is youth hockey. There is no replay.
Jack was sprawling to get up, so his legs were kind of flailing a little bit. I'm wondering if they're discussing him might have kicked the puck in when he was flailing his feet to get up back to his eyes.
Jack Davis with the goal, and good luck trying to figure out an assist on that one. Seemed like everybody was in the crease at the time. Jack was there, T-Squared was there, Taz was there. The referee is explaining to Fremont's coach what the reasoning was and why that goal will stand. I'm sure they were maybe looking for a goaltender interference or something like that. So 2:40 to go now in the second period. It is 2-0 Junior Mavericks. And Matt, in a situation like this, you want to keep your foot on the gas. Dump in and Wyatt Ike will take over. Rolling puck, he had trouble with that one. Fremont's got it back and they'll play it up high. Here's a shot deflected wide of the cage. Fremont back after it. Good pursuit there. Boston Gas able to work it free. T-Squared will take. He's got Taz with him out to center as he gets clear of the zone. Now bringing it into the Fremont end. Lost it. Was able to knock it in farther. Here's Taz from a sharp angle, and that one answered with a pad of the goaltender. Fremont back up ice. Mavericks churning to get back into position. This one knocked in. But around to the other side, the Junior Mavericks able to take it back. Here's T-Squared. Ran into his own man. He and Boston trying to get on the same page. Fremont's got it back in the corner. Played back. Boston's got it. Up the wall it comes. Jack couldn't get a handle on it. And the puck will ricochet around to the near side wall. Played up high. Dished across. Good steal there by T-Squared. T-Squared around the defenseman. He'll move in and fire. Save made. Rebound bouncing in his face, but he couldn't get a swat at the rebound. Fremont trying to come back up. Good play by Wyatt Ike. He saw that pass coming, stepped in the way of it. The fact that it's an offside call doesn't matter. The Junior Mavericks are happy to get a stoppage and a reset with a fresh line out there. It'll be Stoney out along with Paxson and Jacob. And back on the blue line, Nandy and Fleming. Puck to the wall. Junior Mavericks trying to get it back. Nandy will step in and fire. That one rattled out of the glove of the goaltender. Taken back by Fremont. They get it up the wall. Nandy's got it again. He pushes it along for Paxson. Down low. Jake right there, but couldn't get the pass. It'll come back to Fleming at the point. He'll fire one. Save made. Rebound there. Junior Mavericks trying to get a stick on it. And it's covered up. And play is stopped as Jake Courtwright getting worked over in front as he tried for that loose puck. Attaboy, Ivan.
Nandor grabs Jake and pulls him out of the pack. Oh no, Jacob going to the box.
Well, it looks like we're going to have one each, maybe.
Get out of
Oh, no,
town.
Fleming's going to go too?
Are you kidding me right now?
What?
Jake getting mean mugged from behind. Nope, he's coming back out.
Okay, I was going to say, your son, Jacob Courtwright, is one of the most mild-mannered kids you'll ever meet. And to expect him to be in there beating on somebody, it just doesn't square with my brain.
He did give a couple of good extra whacks on that rebound opportunity, but...
No, now he's going back to the box.
Oh, my God. Not sure why Jake was getting a penalty on this one. There must have been a lot more chirping going on after the whistle, too, on that one, but...
Yeah.
I'm glad Nandy pulled him out of there. That was good team sportsmanship there by George Nandor to get Jake out of the bunch. He was just getting mean mugged from behind by two players.
Yeah. So this is the 2-for-1 deal. So the Mavericks have both Fleming and Courtwright in the penalty box. Fremont has two guys in the penalty box, as you can probably see, but one of those guys is serving a longer penalty. So they lose one. So it should be a 5-on-4 for Fremont to finish the second period, and if all goes well for Omaha, to start the third.
So 5-on-4 for Fremont. You mean it should be an Omaha power play, right?
No, Mavericks have two guys off, so it'll be a Fremont power play.
Why is Fleming sitting? Did you see Fleming's?
I didn't see what Fleming did. I didn't. And where's Fremont going? You guys are leaving the bench. What?
Now the kids are coming back out.
And we still got 53.1 seconds to go here in this period. Nick Bennett called the guys over to the bench, talked to them a little bit while the referees are sorting this out. Now the referees are explaining things to the Fremont coaches. And I'm sure the Fremont coaches are saying, hey, these guys are really going after our goaltenders. But the rebounds have been there, and the Junior Mavericks doing what you need to do when there's a loose puck. You go for it. And some of our bigger guys are creating some havoc down low that, frankly, has got to make Nick Bennett and Grant Husnalodek and Steve Marish very happy.
Yeah, the constant bombardment. You know, we've seen it from all teams, Dave.
Yeah.
Like we've seen it last year in a non-checking. There's competitive competition in 12U hockey, and there's a lot of physical play, and we've seen it from Fremont teams, from Kansas City teams, from other teams. Now checking's allowed, and there has been a little bit carried away hitting here, but all in all, I think the boys are grasping what a clean check is, and they're actually start chasing that square shoulder hit.
Well, Fremont just had a player go back to the dressing room.
Player ejection there for...
And a different player going in to serve the penalty.
Some of this I'm wondering, Dave, if there's not...
We've got a 3-minute penalty.
Some vulgar chirping and language that goes on. The referees don't tolerate a whole lot of mouthing from the teenagers at this level too, so there could have been some real vulgar verbal attacking going on down there on the ice that occurred at the same time of this scrimmage that occurred in front of the net.
So here's what we'll have. A power play for Fremont for 1.5 minutes, and then a power play for the Junior Mavericks for 1.5 minutes. There are 3 minutes up on the board for Fremont, 2.5 minute penalties for the Junior Mavericks. And are they going to play this as a...
And one full period of hockey still left here to play.
I misspoke earlier. It's going to be a 4-on-3 in this situation.
The Mavs down here. You're right, Dave.
Lots of open ice out there. So it really puts a premium on moving your feet and finding those open spaces. Wyatt Tremaine is out along with Abram Keeney and Bear. And here's Fremont. They work it up high. The defenseman has it knocked off his stick. Worked in front. Bear will cut this one off, and he will send this one all the way down. It's going to be an icing call. No, they're saying they got tipped. A break for the Junior Mavericks, so the clock will continue to run. Here at this level, they will call icing on those, even if it's a man advantage for one team. Bear blocks a shot. Rebound chance ushered aside by Rosie. This is a critical moment in the game here with a period to play. Here's a pass in the slot. Shot. Oh, Rosie to save. It bounces right in his lap. Taken over by Abram, and he's got some room to bring it up. Here comes Abram Keeney. One-on-one. He goes around his man. Abram the backhand shot. He gets tripped up on the play. And Fremont's got it, and the horn will sound, ending the second period. Abram went crashing into the wall at the end of that play as he got tripped up by the goaltender. And Abram's coming off a hand injury, so there's a lot of stuff that you need to make sure is all right with Abram.
Over Bobby Orr there after that shot attempt and went Superman mode. And
he looks like he's all right.
Came down on the ice hard, I'm sure, and he's also coming off of a surgery, pulling a pin out of his finger. So I'm hoping that it hasn't something to do with his hand because he's newly back to the game.
Yeah. Well, a period to go here, and the Junior Mavericks protecting that 2-0 lead. Goals in the game from Paxton Schneider and Jack Davis. And we will start the third period with 37 seconds of 4-on-3 power play time for Fremont. And then it'll be a 5-on-4 man advantage for the Junior Mavericks.
So we're seeing good time on attack by the Mavericks. You know, it's I would say a little bit in the Mavericks' favor here so far this game. The other big noticeable difference that we're seeing positive for the Omaha Mavericks is face-off wins, and we talked about it yesterday about what kind of a difference face-off wins makes for teams in the lead or not in the lead. And right now, I think the face-offs are a little bit even, 50-50. We might be slightly in favor, but it's still a very close game. One full period left to go. 2 points is not an enormous lead. So.
And that, from the standpoint of a highlight reel, when things have broken down, Rosie's made some pretty good saves here to keep this a 2-0 game.
Here.
So we'll start this period with Stoney, Nandy, and Wyatt Ike. And Stoney, a good face-off win. Nandy gets to the red line, wanted to dump it in, got it in. Fremont's got it. They've got 30 more seconds of power play time. This one brought up. Stoney bird-dogging the puck carrier. Fremont able to set up inside. The player spun around by Stoney's check, but kept alive. Here's Fremont moving in. Ike will force his man off to the corner. Good pinch up there to hold him up. Puck squirts back to the point for a shot. That one deflected wide of the net. Nandy after this. Good battle going on. He's able to win it back. Couldn't get it past the blue line, though. Junior Mavericks get 2 players back now, and it's their power play as Ike cuts off that shot from the point. And this one out into the feet of Wyatt Tremaine. He went down, but Schneider will carry it along, has Stonebreaker with him. This one flipped and deflected. Stonebreaker will track it down and play it up the wall. Here's Paxson. Nandy back for Paxson. He lets it go to the end wall. Stonebreaker ducks around the check. Puck free. Schneider's got it. He'll steer it on back. Here's Bear. Quick snapshot and a waffle board save made by the goaltender. Stoney back. Here's Nandor with a deflected shot. Stoney trying to keep it alive. Nandor pinch, but it works by him. Good recovery there to hold up the Fremont player. This one chipped back along. No one there to take it for the Junior Mavs. 35 to go in their power play. Here's a steal at center ice by Allers. He couldn't hang on to it. Dumped just in. Nandy's got it again for Sturba. Sturba will bring it in. Braden Sturba, shot, goes wide of the cage. Allers in after the rebound, pushed past him. Bear will hold the right point. Down along, Allers kicks this one down, steps around to check.
Nice, Allers.
Thrown in front! Oh, the chance for Sturba denied on the doorstep. What a great pass, and Sturba, great chance there. Here's Bear bringing it back up. He'll take it himself. Bear moving in through the slot, hanging on. He's got players in front. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 9 3/4 minutes to go here in the third period. 2-0 the Junior Mavericks with the advantage. Around the kick plate, it comes back to Bear. He'll fire one, and the glove save made. And Fremont will hang on. Gotta catch my breath. There's lots going on in this game.
Back to even strength, and I think the Mavericks and Fremont are probably thinking the same thing as you are, catching their breath a little bit.
Yeah, let's play 5-on-5 for a while. Jack, T-squared, Taz out there. That one rattled off of Boston and out to center. Wyatt Ike's got this one back. Heavy pursuit comes. Trying to get it in. Loose along the near wall. And here comes Jack. Jack able to muscle it past, and the defenseman goes down. Here's Jack moving in. He'll shoot one, and that one blocked away. T-squared first on the rebound. Handed on back for Gass. Gass drove it back along, went off the referee. And that's a break for Fremont as they're able to get it out to center ice. Ike rink wide for his defensive partner, Gass. Gass looking for T-squared. He's got him 3-on-2 developing. T-squared in, shot, save, rebound. Oh, and the puck was on edge. And Taz could not get off a good shot as Fremont is able to bring it back out. Mavericks have the men back as Fremont brings it in. Long range wrister. Save made by Rosie. He keeps play moving. Dangerous play at that, but a good play by T-squared, and he'll bring it back up. And offside is called on the play as Taz was way ahead of that one, and that will stop the clock with 8:28 now to go in the third period.
Dad, we were needing a line change there anyway.
Yeah, and you know what? Nick Bennett said over to Rosie and said, hey, Cover that one up. Hang on to that one, especially when we've had the same line out for a while. Stoney, Paxson.
Oh, no.
Court right. It's Keeney who had the puck hop over him. He's trying to race back for it. Here's Fremont now. Good job by Bear to keep that one pinched up behind the goal line. Fremont will get it up high. Here's a shot. Bounces in. Rosie the save. He'll cover up the rebound. With Fremont sending some big guys in there looking for that ricochet and an opportunity for a rebound. We'll get a change in the defenseman, and Nandy will come out with Fleming. Forward line stays the same. No clear winner on that face-off, but Fremont able to get to it first. Here's Nandy now in the corner. Trying to feed it up the wall. Slap back along by Fremont to the end boards. Nandy has this. Whiffed on his pass. Fremont's got it. Shot, and that one sails wide. Back up the wall. Paxson has this one. Took the bump to deliver it out to center ice. Knocked back along by Fremont. Here they come in with this. And that one, a high sailing shot. And it goes off the glass. And good play by Jake Courtwright to chip it out to center ice. Here's Fremont back on the recover effort now. This one ladled along, but stolen away by Vinny Heater. And then he'll chip it in. Fremont trying to go back out. Good stick by Vinny, able to knock it down. Vinny will spin one on goal. Oh, it broke off the goaltender, but just wide. Hollers and Sturba in there pursuing that loose puck. Fremont's got it and played softly up the wall. Pinching in, trying to keep it as Nandy, and he'll funnel one toward the cage, nearly deflected on goal by the defender from Fremont. Here's Fleming, backhanded down the wall. Sturba's got it. Trying to pass it off, taken off his stick. Back to the blue line. Nandy will send it down the wall again, and Sturba hacks it to the end wall. This one ricochets around, and Vinny to it first. Heater closed off. Help comes from Allers. Good battle. 2 for the Mavericks, 3 for the Flyers. And
Allers in the sandwich there.
Yeah, sandwich with some pretty big guys. Nandy pinching, trying to keep this one alive. Allers throws his body into the mix.
Way to go!
This is
a Tasmanian Devil.
This is fever pitch battle hockey right here. Here's Fleming spinning it back down low. That one off a skate. It comes back to him. He gloves it down. Fleming fires, and a waffle board save made by the goaltender. Mavericks wearing down the Flyers here. Just funneled back on the goal again by Sturba. That one blocked away. They cannot get it past the defense. Fleming to Allers. Oh, he had him set up for the tip chance. That one missed. Allers cranks it on goal, and the save made. Here's Fleming down from the point. Fleming able to keep this one in the corner. It comes back up the wall. Sturba's got it. He'll fire. Batted away by the crowd in front. Up the wall it comes again, and there is Nandy to keep this one alive. Allers against a much bigger player, just trying to get something. Here's Nandy now, got it to the wall. Vinny will get this one on goal. The squibber is caught in the knees of the goaltender and hangs on. What a shift and what a way.
How about the Tasmanian Devil, Will Allers out there coming out of his skates to battle the bigger guys.
What a way to defend, Matt, by being in the offensive zone and continuing to push the play. Tremaine, Trujillo, and Tesnuladek out there for the Mavericks. The 3 T's. Face off along the wall. It comes. Pinching was Ike. Couldn't keep it in. And the Mavericks keep it from getting deep. This one at the line. Stolen back by Fremont. And here's a giveaway. T-squared trying to knife his way in. Holds up and shoots, but the bad angle goes wide. Kept by Ike. Good play at the blue line. Gass has his back and is able to float it back to the corner. Here's Tremaine now. Right there, T-squared. One-timer. And off the goaltender, it bounces high in the air. T-squared, another steal of the clear. Keeping it moving. Threw it in front. Wanted Taz, but just missed. And this one chipped out to center ice. Foot race on for this loose puck, and Wyatt Ike will win that race. Ike to the far wing. Here's Taz. Taz along the wall, looking for some help. Tried to fling it in, but off the referee. Again, he hits the referee, but this time it makes it in. Fremont will send it the other way. This should go for icing. It does, and that stops the clock with 4.5 to go now in the third period. 2-0 it remains. the advantage for the Junior Mavs.
What relentless pressure there on those last 2 shifts for the Omaha Junior Mavericks. Just getting physical, getting shots on goal, moving their feet and hustling to the puck.
Jack, Paxson, Jacob. This puck comes up the wall, and Abram Keeney, one of the defensemen, along with Bear. Bear will take it now back in the Junior Mavericks end. Again, it is just a 2-0 lead, so the Mavericks need to keep applying that pressure as Keeney walks it up ice, knocked off his tape. It comes back to the near side off the deflection. Mavericks will float it back to the Fremont line. This one bounces off the glass, and here is Jack Davis. Jack Davis trying to muscle it in. Off the defenseman it goes. He'll try to give chase to the end wall. Fremont able to take it back. Good poke check by Paxton Schneider. Yanked to the slot. Jack tied up. Worked free by Courtright. He wanted to go up high with it, but it's blocked away by Fremont and just dug out to center ice. Bear holding his ground. Able to get it up to Courtright. He's then bottled up at the blue line. Loose puck drifting across center ice. Jack will pivot with this one. Shrugs off the check and just able to get it in. Sturba, good forecheck from Sturbs and a good collision there. Able to keep that puck deep. Heater will whack it farther. Sturba then put on his wallet and the puck loose in the corner. Fremont trying to dig it up, but Vinny Heater, the fly in the ointment, able to keep that one in deep. Stonebreaker and Heater after this loose puck in the corner. 2 aside, they battle for it. Stonebreaker able to wiggle his way free. Out high, Sturba the shot! This one picked out in the air, but it's played by a high stick. And no goal. That one promptly
that was
waved
like
off.
a cross check on Stonebreaker to try and clear the crease. I'm shocked they didn't call that. Stonebreaker was going after it with a high stick to begin with.
He couldn't wait long enough. He was waiting for it to get down low enough so that he could get a whack at it and just hit it too soon.
But then somebody came in overly aggressive with a cross check on him to clear the crease and got a goalie protect there, but wow, dangerous.
Stonebreaker on this faceoff. He's still out there with Heater and Sturba. Fremont with control of this puck. Played to the end wall. It squirts through and comes out the near side. Fremont trying to come up ice with this one. Nandy trying to hold the point. Got some help from Vinny. Vinny will float one on goal. Glove save. And squeezed for a faceoff. 2:38. Now the time to go in the third period. And another shift change for the Junior Mavericks. Allers out along with T-Squared and Taz. And it'll be Nandy and Fleming on the blue line. Puck to the corner. Allers with a check. Here's T-Squared. Oh, he put one off the elbow. And this one ricochets out for the clear by Fremont. Taz will bump this one back in. It skips over the stick of the defenseman.
Look at this aggressive forecheck.
Here goes Allers and Taz in after this one. The defenseman goes down. Allers has control, fighting for it. Gets it out to T-Squared. He'll fire one. Save made. Loose puck in front. Skated away by the Flyers. Clearing attempt kept by Fleming. Don't know that he knew he kept it. It went off his skate. Pivot move by T-Squared. Couldn't find a friendly stick. Nandor helps out to keep this one alive. Now here's Allers on the stick lift. Kept it alive for T-Squared. He's then wrapped up. Allers has it. Will yank it on back for Nandy. Nandy gives it across. Looking for Fleming. This one comes out to center ice. And so the Junior Mavericks have to peel back. Will Fleming, rink wide. Nandy taps it. And carried now by T-Squared. T-Squared moving in. Long range shot. Save made. And the rebound covered with 1:34 now to go here in the third period. Boy, that line has really made a lot of stuff happen here in the third period. Tremaine, Courtright, and Schneider coming out with Gas and Ike.
2 minutes left in the third period, and 2 of the smallest soldiers with their feet just blazing on the forecheck to attack.
We got a penalty on the play? What's Taz doing in the box? I did not see a call.
They're letting him out now.
Somebody's called a timeout. Yeah, and Taz did get a penalty.
He's going back in.
So for nearly the balance of this game, Junior Mavericks are going to be shorthanded. And I would not be at all surprised if the Fremont coaches didn't also pull their goaltender for an extra attacker and get that 6-on-4 advantage.
Agreed. which is a very dangerous call considering the most time on attack that's been from the Mavericks for the majority of the third period. However, you got nothing to lose being down 2 goals with 1:30 left, and when you're already ahead of man, you might as well be ahead 2 men and try and get that goal.
So Nick Bennett's got his charges over to the bench, going over some details. The same scene plays out on the other side of the ice at the Fremont bench.
You know, Fremont, we've seen some of this with our boys. When we get into that quicksand and you just keep trying to dump it up the boards to get it out of your zone. And our defensemen are doing a phenomenal job of keeping the puck in at the blue line.
Yep.
The other reason that the blue line's becoming a big advantage for the Omaha Mavericks is look at how the offense is using our blue line defensemen to pass it back and get shots on goal, or shuffle the puck from side to side and use the whole width of the ice, even when they're in the short territory of the offensive zone.
That low to high play really makes the defense have to work extra hard. They've got so much more ground to cover.
And you got guys like Will Allers, the Tasmanian Devil, doing the dirty work in the corners.
See, we already have one Taz, though, so you can't call him the Tasmanian Devil. All right, defensive zone face-off for the Junior Mavericks. Down a man. The goaltender, though, still in the net right now for Fremont. Bear will play this one around the kick plate. And it will drift all the way back to the Fremont end. Icing is called on the play. So that's 9 seconds off the clock, and another face-off to come in the defensive zone. It's Wyatt Tremaine out with Stoney. Bear and Keeney on the blue line. Another face-off win by Stoney. Played up the wall, and this one skipped past the defenseman and out to center ice. A break for the Junior Mavericks. And here's Tremaine.
Oh, almost
really doing a
pickpocket.
Yeah, almost. But Fremont able to get it back, and across the blue line they come. Good break up there by Stoney to clear one more time. Fremont will get it in, but they don't control it. And this one cranked all the way back in on goal. A break for the Junior Mavericks. The clock continues to move. We're under a minute to go here in the third period. Fremont stepping up ice. They'll carry it across the line. Junior Mavericks in good defensive posture. Fremont looking for the trailer. He got free but couldn't pull the trigger on the shot. And here comes Abram Keeney, shorthanded. Abram takes the bump and goes down from the seat of his pants, trying to rag it back. Fremont bringing it ahead. They've got less than 30 seconds to go. Here's a centering feed off a skate. Loose puck gathered in by the defenseman for a long-range shot. Save made by Rosie, and another fan job on the rebound in front. And the Junior Mavericks clear it out in the final 12 seconds here in the third period. Fremont will backhand it in off the glass. This one gets deep. Junior Mavericks do it first. Keeney to the wall. And this one a victory for the Junior Mavericks. 2-0, the shutout for Rosie. And a terrific team effort to help him post the goose egg.
And he earned it this game, something fierce. There was some great shots on goal, and Rosie stood his ground and kept his head up this whole game. Fantastic goaltending for the Omaha Mavericks and Rosie.
Tick your way down through that Junior Maverick lineup, and contributions from everybody in the red, white, and black tonight. The Junior Mavericks improving to 2-1 here in the Oktoberfest tournament in Lincoln. A lot of these guys remember last year as Pee-wees when they won this tournament, playing as the Pee-wee white team for OHC, and hoping maybe one more time to hoist the hardware. A spirited game, and a lot to like about this effort from the Junior Mavs here tonight. Fremont will fall to 1-2, and we will wait to see, because there's at least one more Bantam game that needs to be played before they get the seedings posted here at 9:15 tonight. The home-standing Lincoln Junior Stars will play the KC Stars, and we'll try to figure out exactly who's going to play who and when. There are 3 games tomorrow. First one is the 5-6 game at 9:30. Then at noon, it's the 3-4 seed, and then the championship game between the top 2 teams at 3:45. tomorrow afternoon. And that one will be at the Icebox. So our confines will be a little bit different tomorrow. No matter where we play, all three of those games tomorrow will be coming to you from the home of the Lincoln Stars of the USHL, the Icebox in Lincoln.
Going from the Cadillac to the farm truck here for ice arenas, which is fine. It's a great environment with a large seating, much larger seating capacity and a invigorating ice to skate on. Just not as invigorating environment to watch from.
Yeah.
You know, two things that really stood out to me outside the goaltender, and man, have I praised Rosie's play this game. Moving our feet and terrific passing. Those were two big pieces that stood out to me in this game that attributed to the amount of time on attack, because it was a pretty low scoring game. 2-0. I mean, really?
Right.
That could have gone a lot different with the amount of time on attack and shots on goal that the Mavericks really put down at the end of that game.
Yeah.
And so kudos, you're right. Kudos to the entire Maverick team for really putting in the effort, moving their feet and keeping their head up to make those good passes and continue the onslaught of shots on goal and time in the offensive zone. That's what leads to big victories, even when the score is only by 1 or 2 goals, which that's the story of this game.
Yeah, well, every team likes a shutout too. A good one, not just a goaltender's stat, but a full team stat there. And when things broke down, Rosie was there, and he had to make some 10-bell saves tonight, and did just that. And so, folks, keep an eye on this YouTube channel, and as well on our Facebook page, as we'll let you know at the end of tonight what game the Junior Mavericks will be playing in tomorrow. If we are fortunate, it will be for the championship of this Oktoberfest tournament.
At the mercy of the turnout of the other games right now.
That's right. That's right. So thanks again, as always, to everyone who has been watching our broadcasts. And a reminder, if you are a business owner and would like to sponsor our broadcasts and this team in general, please reach out to us. And we would be more than happy to get you some information. You can be part of the broadcast with your logo and some mentions of your business. We'd like to have you along for the ride, because it's a fun one as these boys continue to play this weekend. One more game tomorrow, and then next week it'll be out to Madison, Wisconsin for the Mad City Fall Classic, another fine tournament. Looking forward to bringing you that one as well. So for our statistician in this game tonight, Katie Newcomer, and for Matt Courtwright, I'm Dave Aller, saying thanks for watching, and we'll talk